Welcome! We are excited that you've decided to join us for this virtual tour of Eastside Prep. We'll be exploring 4 questions. What does an EPS education look like? How do our students learn collectively and individually? How do we support our community and student well-being? And where does an EPS education eventually lead? To start us off, we'll need to talk about the true foundation of an EPS education, our mission. At EPS, we strive to inspire students to create a better world by guiding them to think critically, act responsibly, lead compassionately, and innovate wisely. We believe that these 4 points of our mission help students to be successful in an ever-changing world, now and in the future. That's why Eastside Prep offers a challenging and supportive program for roughly 500 students in grades 5 through 12. Founded on the belief that a good education is dynamic and rooted in relationships. Students design projects, cultivate ideas, analyze results, and synthesize perspectives across a wide range of academic disciplines. We balance student well-being with academic success. Students think outside of their comfort zones, take risks, and build community, on stage, on the court, and in the classroom. EPS students learn in classes of no more than 18, guided by faculty from diverse backgrounds of scholarship, inquiry, and industry. What unites our faculty is how they teach, differentiating their approaches and encouraging students to ask big questions, try out different ideas, and make their learning relevant. We work with a rotating block schedule, and each day includes 4 class periods, with the next 4 class periods meeting on the following day. Faculty facilitate multiple and varied learning activities for students during these blocks, such as exploring environmental issues at a local creek, offering constructive feedback on peers' creative writing, or using math modeling software. Having blocks means, for example, that science teachers aren't choosing between a lecture or a lab that day, they can do both. Our classroom spaces, both physical and online, are created to allow students opportunities to learn collaboratively or independently. Critical thinking begins with inquiry. When students are asking and answering their own meaningful questions, self-motivation begins to fuel the learning process. Our discussion-based learning is a great example of that. We will often use the conversational methods of a Harkness discussion or tela, meaning web in Spanish. These methods are ones in which the teacher steps back, allowing students to delve into a guiding question and lead their own discussions. In addition to the Harkness Room, locations like our rooftop meeting space offer great places for faculty to lead students towards structured group discussions or just facilitate a breath of fresh air. When constructing our newest buildings on campus, TMAC and Tally, we studied libraries and college collaborative spaces and startups. We wanted to create spaces that would allow for innovation and for collaboration. What we came up with were a variety of spaces for individual study, small group meetings that have whiteboards, media screens, and soft seating, spaces where you can figure out what works best for you. Part of how we use spaces flexibly is the dynamic nature of how we organize ourselves. EPS students, faculty, and staff use our laptops to organize courses and coursework through our learning management system called Canvas. Our laptop program is designed to keep every member of our community on a common laptop model so that we can all teach and learn from one another. We utilize Microsoft OneNote and Teams for productivity, as well as video meetings and webinars. Our digital library allows us to access a vast array of online libraries and resources such as ProQuest, JSTOR, and Britannica Online. We also utilize paperback and textbooks. Our on-campus library focuses on volumes ideally accessed in print for both research and reading for pleasure. We have a vibrant fine and performing arts program here at Eastside Prep. In the O'Hara Art Studios, our faculty integrate a wide variety of 2D and 3D media like drawing, painting, and printmaking, as well as digital media like film and photography, along with graphic design. The visual arts integrate with the performing arts in our stagecraft program. Theater classes also include a variety of approaches, including ensemble performance, improvisational comedy, and directing. Our curriculum is complemented by a generous array of co-curricular and extracurricular offerings in theater, from plays to musicals. Within the world of music, both choral and instrumental offerings allow creative pathways for both experienced and novice musicians alike. Both creative expression and regular physical activity are elements in how a rigorous academic program comes into balance. We want to encourage students to be physically active in ways that are interesting to them. That could mean participating in one of our school sports such as volleyball, basketball, ultimate frisbee, soccer, or crew, just to name a few. We have a no-cut philosophy here at EPS with multiple teams based on skill level in many of the sports that are offered. We have students who might be trying a sport for the very first time, all the way to students who are planning to play their sport in college. In addition to group PE classes and yoga, in the 5th and 6th grades, we offer one team sport per trimester, that's soccer, basketball, and ultimate frisbee, where students will have practices during the school day in lieu of a group PE class, with occasional after-school commitment to compete against other school teams. All middle schoolers take either PE or a sports class, and we require either PE class participation or a waiver that can be obtained by participating in other school and outside of school sports for our upper school students. Upper school students will also take a wellness class as part of their physical education requirement. Our individualized PE classes, known as customized training to maximize performance, are for those students who want to tailor a physical education plan specifically to their needs. This can be anything from wanting to maximize their three-point shot to creating a plan to achieve greater running speed or distance. We encourage students to constantly try new things and express themselves in ways they may have not yet considered. One of the ways that we do this is through collaboration between disciplines. For example, where does art and tech meet? What about art and science, art and math? The Middle School Makerspace, Sanders Design Lab, and Stagecraft Studio can all be utilized to explore these connections hands-on. Our Middle School Makerspace serves as a first touch point for our younger students to get familiar with tools such as 3D printers, the laser cutter, the vinyl cutter, sewing machines, and much more. Students use these hands-on tools, along with their skills in programming, to enhance class assignments in our 3-trimester middle school technology course progression, and they can also use them to create personal projects. Our Sanders Design Lab allows more seasoned students to dive deeper. We offer a virtual reality system, more complex 3D printers, laser cutters, and a CNC machine, as well as tools for circuitry. These tools are utilized in upper school technology courses like Physical Meets Digital, as well as interdisciplinary courses like Art Meets Science. We also have academic teams that work in these spaces, such as our upper school and middle school robotics teams. Our Fuser team is working to create a nuclear fusion reaction, and students work to create vivid images with our scanning electron microscope. Clubs play an integral part of student life at Eastside Prep. From robotics to speech and debate, from photography to rock and roll, Eastside Prep offers a wide variety of clubs, ensuring that every student has the opportunity to participate. New clubs are being developed all the time based on student interest. Joining a club is a great way for students to explore new concepts and skills, to pursue interests beyond the classroom, and to build lasting friendships. Some clubs meet year-round, like the Eagle Eye newspaper, while others, like robotics or rock climbing club, are seasonal or meet on a trimester basis. Most clubs meet during the school day, ensuring that every student can participate. Even with this variety, all clubs share one common thread. They're all student interest inspired, and they're all intended to be good fun. Hand in hand with where and how we learn at EPS is how students and teachers connect one-on-one to benefit student learning. Nearly 2 decades ago, EPS was started by a group of families striving to find a school they believed was right for their students' learning styles and interests. They wanted to create a place that challenged their students, celebrated neurodiversity, and balanced education and student well-being. At EPS, we want students to rise to academic challenge because they feel good about themselves, and they know themselves both inside and outside of the classroom. Well-being is that platform, it's the foundation for what students can achieve. The Office of Student Wellbeing supports students' social-emotional needs through working with our counselors, our advisory programs, and our Equity, Inclusion, and Compassionate Leadership Coordinator. 3 full-time school counselors support the social-emotional health of our community through both individual and group counseling sessions. And our school nurse is there to help ensure students' physical health. To supplement our well-being initiatives and our differentiated learning in the classroom, the Friel Learning Center offers a variety of resources used to support our student population. Our guided study hall program facilitates 85-minute meetings in which 4 students work with a learning support specialist to enhance their executive functioning skills, creating roadmaps for how to be most successful within their schoolwork. These sessions take place 2 to 3 times each week in lieu of an 18-student study hall or a free period. While you're up on the 3rd floor, perhaps you just need an opportunity to cognitively restore in our nap pods to help you refresh for your next class. At EPS, one of the things we value most is our community. We are a kind and supportive community, and we're not afraid to engage our sense of humor. Our community of roughly 500 students is one in which you are going to be seen and known. In addition to the community that students build during classes and activities, EPS has a vibrant advisory program, which ensures that each student has an advisor as an advocate, and that each parent and guardian is able to partner with that advisor to support their students' success. Advisory is the forum where small communities of 10 to 12 students and an advisor create a foundation of connections. An educator's role at EPS is not just to deliver curriculum in the classroom, but to build relationships with students. The facilities at EPS are intentionally designed to foster community. The Levenger Pool Commons acts as a gathering hub for the campus. You will often see this space being used as a student collaboration space, a space for student-teacher meetings, or for college counseling meetings. The LPC is also where we gather each day to enjoy meals together. Another frequent gathering space is the Tally Theater. Much like our entire campus, this is built to be a very multifunctional space. This allows us to gather for parent-teacher conferences, socials, or dances, and performing arts events. Our balcony is ideal for improv and other theater classes, as well as guest speakers and meetings. Our theater productions, end-of-trimester concerts, and visual arts work are all beautifully showcased in the theater and the adjacent gallery. Eastside Prep is located in Kirkland, just north of Bellevue, right off of the junction of I-405 and State Route 520. The South Kirkland Park and Ride allows for easy access for both our faculty and staff, as well as students to get to and from campus. Additionally, we have 3 EPS transportation routes for students each weekday morning and afternoon from Woodinville and Redmond, Issaquah and South Bellevue, and Seattle, Mercer Island. If you're a parent or guardian considering EPS, here's what you need to know. EPS will encourage independence for your child, prioritize more depth in the content they study, and give them pathways to explore their interests further. Just as we support students in their learning, we also partner with parents in their learning. Academic advisors are the primary connection point for a family and EPS. Conferences with advisors and teachers, grade-level coffees, meetings with our head of school, parent educational seminars, and volunteer opportunities are just some of the ways that we connect with, educate, and empower parents. The EPS mission is meant to guide students both while at EPS and beyond. We are here not only to help students search for the right college, but to be successful once they're there. At Eastside Prep, students are the main drivers of their college search. Our college counselors are here to support students and help them find the right college environment for their interests. By the time EPS students graduate, they will have had an opportunity to participate in seminars, independent studies, and other large-scale projects so that they can walk into their higher education with an increased sense of independence and self-advocacy. Because of this, students are able to use their academic skills and their ability to build relationships with their professors to become leaders on their college campuses. And EPS education has helped our alumni to launch into the world. Included in our alumni community are graduates who have worked with NASA, gone on to med school, started companies, become teachers, and much, much more. EPS graduates bring a sense of positivity, engagement, and collaboration to improving the lives and experiences of those they live and work with. We appreciate the opportunity to showcase what makes EPS great. Please feel free to reach out to our admissions team at admissions@eastsideprep.org if you have more questions about our campus, our program, and our community.